Here, what is going on, Bills Mafia? It's your host, Julian J. Mafia, and you are watching Mafia Talk. Unfortunately, man, we run a little later today. I apologize to everybody. I know I said 9 o'clock, but got a little stuck at work. But all's good. Big Cuz fell asleep on us, but all good. We'll get his takes another day. But appreciate everybody joining in. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We here to talk about the big Buffalo Bills, and we finally got one back in the dub column. About goddamn time. But quick shout out to my brother over there, Backwood Bob. Yes, sir. We in it, Mafia. Please check out my brother over here, Backwood Bob. Fire gaming content, Call of Duty, all that good stuff, man. He get like triple, quadruple squad kills. My man's fucking nasty. He need to get flown out there somewhere to go in them tournaments because he's like that. But yeah, man. These Buffalo Bills got one back in the dub column against the New Jersey Jets. Everybody want to talk about this and the third about the Jets. They're not a good team, but they do have one of the top defenses. So for Josh Allen to perform the way they did, have the offensive firing the way they did, under new management with Joe Brady, definitely a breath of fresh air. The way our Buffalo Bills came out, definitely well needed. We definitely are used to another gear or two or so. We're not used to having three field goals, but shit, we'll take the dub nonetheless. First 30-point game we had all season, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let's get this train rolling, man. We got to go on this win streak. We got to get these dubs stacked because yeah, Buffalo Bills fucked around for far too long early in the season. So we definitely got to go on a big winning streak against a gauntlet, a mini playoff, if you want to say, because we got Philly coming up. And then we got our bye week. Then we got Chiefs. We got Cowboys. We got Chargers. Yeah, we got a little mini playoffs coming ahead of us. So, yeah, Josh Allen said, I feel like I'm fucking back. Let's hope he's fucking back because we need Joshua fucking Allen to run some motherfuckers over, get big yards, big games, and let's get back in the playoffs where we belong. But like I said, because isn't with us tonight, so I got my other man to help me. Harry Burgos in the building. How we feeling, man? How we feeling?
What's going on, guys? Now I'm feeling good. I'm trying to figure out what I'm watching now, man. I want to see if it's for real this time around. I'm scared, but at the same time, I got faith. I got faith that the Bills are gonna pull it off, and we got a gauntlet, man. But at the end of the day, we still gotta believe. We're still fans at the end of the day, so let's go. Let's go. This is the time. This time we can prove it.
Now's the time, man. And my boy Ish, you was to say we're gonna fuck up early, and they fucked up plenty early in the season. So hopefully they got all of that out of their system. And let's just make this run, man. Let's get back in the playoffs. Let's remember who the fuck we are. Big fucking Buffalo Bills. We got Joshua fucking Allen at the helm, and let's just run it. We got Sean McDermott running a fantastic defense. You can say what you want about him being a head coach. I mean, that's up for debate. As a defensive coordinator, this dude has been doing his damn thing with, I don't know what you want to say, but with the injured, riddled defense, especially after last game where we lost Tyler Rapp, Teron Johnson, Cam Lewis. We lost a lot of bodies, man. Let's just dive right into it because I know you was there, we was watching it. Let's just go through a quick injury report because it's not looking too good for us. We have who was it? Taylor Rapp and Teron Johnson. They had a collision, and now they're both in concussion protocol. Not quite sure if they're going to be able to make it this game. I don't know. What's your thoughts? I know some players are able to push the clock a little bit more. They can get through because it's all protocol. It's a process. It doesn't matter if you feel good or not. Once you're labeled with a concussion, you kind of gotta go through it until you're elevated. So how you feeling about the two?
Yeah, I think it's gonna suck if we don't have Johnson. If we don't got Teron Johnson playing in the slot. As far as corner, I mean, we're not that deep this time of the season. And I don't think that this game, unless their focus is to kill our corners, they got the personnel to do it. They got AJ Brown, arguably the best receiver in the league. I don't care what nobody say. He's probably the best receiver, in my opinion, best receiver in the league. He's got it all. But nonetheless, I mean, I think that they're more of a running team anyway, and I'm more scared DeAndre Swift than
Yeah.
anybody on that team, man. So to be honest with you, um I'm I'm not as confident in our defense, so I think we have to attack this game a little bit more differently.
Okay.
As far as injuries is concerned, yeah, man, I'm gonna just tell you, man, it's over, bro. It's over. We hanging on for dear life at this point, and we really have to play smart football on the offensive side of the ball in order to win games. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's a part of the game. It's 100%. Injury. When it comes to this league, and you have to have depth. If you don't have it, then you're not a true team. And we
Right.
have enough. We have enough players to recover and to keep us in games, and that's what McDermott pretty much is as a coach, in my opinion. I
Hmm.
think that McDermott is more of he's like the white Mike Tomlin. He'll keep you in games, and he's competitive, and he likes to do that clapping thing and get you in the games, but he doesn't quite have the talent on defense that I wish we had for him in order to play more of an attack style defense.
Hmm. Yeah, man. So let's get back to the Jets game because they definitely played a great game. I'll start off a bit slow, but my boy Reggie Gilliam woke up the fucking
Woo!
stadium.
Yes,
What a
sir.
statement! What a
Yes,
fucking
sir.
statement, man. That man, I tell you, I jumped up because I just made it. I had to fucking run to the store, grab some. I was pissed off, like I'm gonna miss the fucking game. Dude, I ran upstairs. Fucking as soon as I got on, turned the TV on, I seen the kickoff. Reggie Gilliam, boom!
Dude,
And that's
I ain't see a hit that hard, dude,
yeah.
since Corey McIntyre. When he came
I
and he
know.
slapped, I forgot who. I think it was the same Jets game. It was the Jets game when they had LT and Sean Green, that combination. That
Right.
was the first time I seen them actually like lay a hit in special teams that a true
Mm-hmm.
fullback came and laid the hit on him, man. And it
Hell
was
yeah.
great. It was great to see.
Shout out to Reggie Gilliam, man. Fullbacks matter. Even though we're not using a
Sir, yes,
fullback,
sir. Fullbacks do
fullbacks
matter.
matter, man. My boy definitely puts in the work. And honestly, he won the special teams player of the week, and I didn't even know that was a thing. But congratulations to Gilliam.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that. Glad,
right. I
glad we
thought
got
it
some
was
type of
for offensive
award.
defense.
Glad we got some type of award this week.
Yeah. But yeah. Let me just go through the injury report real quick because let's see. We got Josh Allen with his right shoulder, and I forgot who I was listening to. Oh, I was listening to Buffalo Fanatics, the Rico Report. He has I don't know what kind of doctor he is, but they call him the thigh doctor. Real knowledgeable. He knows his stuff. I watch him here and there. Definitely a good watch. But he was talking about Josh Allen's injury, and he dated back from last year when he had his elbow injury, and that was kind of hindering him a little bit. And now he has his shoulder injury, and they're talking about that. That's probably why he has to zip it so much because he's kind of I wouldn't say want to say he's losing his mechanics, but it is tweaking him in a certain way where he has to throw it a different way. That's why we see a lot of forced passes or passes soaring, naming 10 feet up in the air, and boys really got to get up there and reach it. Um, Not sure what we can do about it. Now, when they was talking, they said, what if we happen to lose two more games and we're definitely at the playoffs? Do you shut down Josh Allen? Do you make him go get injury? And they brought that back to Jack Eichel because I don't know if you're familiar about Jack Eichel's situation when he was in Buffalo before we traded him. That was the biggest thing because he had a little nick shoulder or whatever. I'm not quite too sure the exact injury, but he had a similar injury where there's something tweaking in his shoulder that's messing with his mechanics, and they don't quite want to open him up because of how young they are. And with the certain injury that they have, it's not 100% guaranteed. I'll put it in the comments somewhere so everybody can watch the video for themselves and see exactly what that doctor was talking about. But it makes sense. Do you want to open up Josh Allen? First of all, do you want Josh Allen to get surgery? No, not really.
Nah.
I trust it. Yeah, but that's when he
It's gonna
dives
it's
in.
gonna mess it's gonna mess up the flow. I mean, um I feel like the same thing that happened with Cam Newton and Colin Kaepernick, and now it's gonna be Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you get any type of surgery in your shoulder, it's gonna mess you up mentally. Um, and if it's something small, something that he understands that it's not gonna mess up his
You can work
mechanics,
with.
and you don't got nobody in his ear trying to change him up, it's not gonna it's not gonna make that much of a difference. But if you sit there and you try to literally reconstruct the shoulder or something, if it's more of that severity, then yeah, it's over for that. It's
Yeah, in my personal experience, I had a fractured rotator cuff and three torn ligaments in my right shoulder. Had
oh
surgery, I guess, in 2012. I could tell you that shit did not do a damn thing for me, man. Now, I could admit to myself, nah, please don't. I'm not comparing myself to anybody on a professional level. I'm just telling you about my own personal experience. Yeah, I had surgery on my right shoulder, went to rehab, throughout the summer, thought I could go right back to football, and my shit kept dislocating. So personally, me, I would say no, work through it. We supposedly have one of the best training staffs and medical staffs out there
we
in the
do,
NFL.
we do.
So let's definitely work through that. I'm just kind of relaying what another show is talking about. If we happen to be shut out, excluded from the playoffs, do we shut down Josh Allen? Does he get further work? How do we get this? Because I feel like it lingered from last year into this year, and it doesn't help that he had an additional injury this year with his right shoulder. So Josh Allen get beat up every year, but he always fights through it. But now we're kind of seeing in his mechanics that is hindering his passing. Everybody's saying, "Oh, what's wrong with Josh?" I know Big Cousins one is like, "Oh, he need Brittany back." Who knows? Who knows? Who knows if he need his old girlfriend back? But it's kind of obvious that Josh Allen isn't as crisp as he normally is. Even though stats does say otherwise, he's higher in completion rate and his PPR and his QBR. Everything is an all-time seasonal high. So who knows? Who knows? But
I mean, stats are stats, though, man.
yeah, yeah.
I gotta sit back and Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Mhm.
good? All right. Yeah, no, my girl keeps calling me. Um, yeah, no, so I think stats are stats, man. Like, yeah, statistically he might be having a good year and everything, but at the end of the day, sorry, Russell Wilson also had pretty good stats. And then you see him actually playing and it's like, oh, they're just making it to the games. So
Right.
stats are stats at the end of the day. You could see that there's something clearly wrong with him because he's not playing his full potential. They're not opening up the playbook for some God knows a reason. But we're not in those meeting rooms, so we can only speculate for what we see. And for
Yeah.
what I see is that we're not we're not opening up the playbook to the extent that we want to, and the throws are becoming shorter and shorter and shorter every game, and then we don't have a run game, so it makes it even worse for him because there's nothing complimenting it. We'll get to the game that just happened, where they ran the ball a lot better, but it I'm gonna let you take over from here, but but
Got
yeah,
you.
I'll get to that. I won't leave too much out.
Got you. No, just to jump back on Josh Allen, because he has been playing. I mean, everybody want to talk about he's not in an MVP race, even though he's beating everybody who's technically in it, like Lamar Jackson, more yards, more touchdowns, better completion rating. It's just we're losing games, so that's what kind of hinders us. But Josh Allen's still having a phenomenal game, and the way he played the last game, he definitely got a lot smarter with the ball. He even the first drive, Reggie Gilliam, big hit, calls a fumble, we get the ball. The first drive, you could tell he wants to hit it. And that's the biggest thing about the NFL, which I have no idea. I really want to have like a professional person that's in the NFL or somebody to tell me why we can't have the camera angle like in Madden, where you got it from behind the
Oh, okay,
backfield
I see what you're
and you
saying.
can
Yeah.
see the whole view instead of just getting the sideways view and just seeing the quarterback in the line. That like because if they're able to give us that camera view, then we can see the whole field and we can see why didn't Josh Allen throw the ball or what did he see when he threw that interception or this and that and the third. I really want to see because in that first down, he looked like he wanted to hit it. He tucked it, ran for 3 yards. Second down play, try to hit Diggs on a little sweep. overthrew it, whatever. 37. Nice play action. He's trying to hit it, and just end up tucking it, went down for a sack, which honestly, that's the best play he could have done instead of just throwing the ball up 50-50 because who knows what it came down with it. So that right there shows me that he's being a lot more smart with the ball. He's a lot more understanding what's going on. That he isn't necessary to play calls or Ken Dorsey on why he's throwing so many interceptions and why we have so many turnovers. So I definitely wish we can get that camera angle, which I doubt we'll ever will. But shoot,
I'm mad that there's that, and there are times where there's flags that are called, and then we don't get the replay on those things, and we just
right.
oh, this is bullshit. Like there's no there's no proof. It's just like, oh, we just gotta take their
Yeah.
word for it, and that's it.
Exactly. And it pisses me off because you guys got time. You got time to do a quick replay and then jump back into the game. But I don't know. But what I do know, I got my main brother in the building right here. Ransom in the building. Joey Hatch in here from 12th Man Mafia. How you feeling, my man?
Oh, I'm feeling great, peoples. What's up, my man?
Hell yeah, feeling good, man. Always a pleasure to have you on here. Before we dive into any more, what were your thoughts on the Jets game?
My whole thing is I don't know if Joe Burrow kicked the damn door in or if we finally executed.
Yeah.
My whole thing here is I still don't know what the hell we're going to get against the 9-1 Eagles. I'm hoping that we're going to get the product we saw on the field against the Jets.
Yeah.
But we're not playing against Wilson or any of them. This quarterback knows what he's doing. And like they said, it's all about preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Because without preparation, we're going to be lost. We got injuries on top of injuries on top of injuries, and still we are shutting teams down and holding them.
Absolutely.
The offense is finally, catching up. They're finally putting four receiver sets out there, which opens the field up for players like Shakir and Dalton Kincaid, because Knox has been out. Now Kincaid's back at practice. What's going to happen now? Are they going to go back to the 12-man personnel and we're going to do this dumb shit again? Or are we going to stay where we are? Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm definitely hoping for, like, a playoff caliber Buffalo Bills team against the Eagles because we definitely need it.
Absolutely, Joey. You touched on a bunch of subjects right there. Great points. But you're absolutely right, because each game we come into, we don't know what Bills we're going to get. We don't know what Josh Allen we're going to get.
Right.
It all varies. We can get Josh Allen that throws for 400 yards. What?
You better get $250 million, Josh. That's what we're going to get.
That's what I'm saying, Harry. Thank you, Harry. You fucking said it.
That's it right now. If we don't, I'm with Ransom on this. I'm expecting a playoff caliber team to show up on Sunday, offensively. Now, defensively, I don't know if we can carry that load as long as the front four could keep Swift in front of them. Outside of that, everybody else has to just do their job. They got to play collective. Dotson got to be on shit. Wait, is Dotson out or he's still?
No, Dotson should still be in there. And speaking of Dotson, he's ranked the top over Fred Warner.
He still fucks me up with that number 25 thing. I think LaShawn McCoy's out there playing fucking linebacker. It gets me so messed up. And I look at him and I'm like, oh my God. Anyways, I want us to get Leonard. Can we get this out the way? I want to get Darius Leonard. And what's his name now? Shaquille Leonard.
Shaquille Leonard
from the Colts. Yeah, all due respect. I feel like if we get him, get his ass out the way, cut Miller. I'm done with Miller. I'm done with Von Miller. I want to get your thoughts on this, Ransom, too. First I'm talking to you, but I want to get that off my chest, man. I want that dude out of here, man.
So with
wasting money, man.
So with Von Miller, absolutely right. The thing is, I feel like we forced him. He came in before he was ready. He's older. He's not older than what Trey White was, because when you think about Trey White's injury, it took him about a year. He came back in, And it took him a couple games to get in a groove. He got beat here and there, but then he progressed. He was progressing to the point where he was right back to being Trey White, shut down White, Trey Day. And until he fucked, I ain't gonna say he fucked up. He ain't fucked up. But he had another unfortunate injury that took him away from the season again. And, man, shout out to Trey White, man. I want to take a little time to pay Trey White the respect. I feel like a lot of Bills fans kind of just forgot about him just because of his constant injuries. But Trey White is and was a valuable piece to this defense. Like, Oppo Trey literally shut down half of the field for us. And shout out to Dane Jackson and Christian Benford and your Teron Johnson for kind of filling that void. But come on, let's be real. When Trey White comes back, what kind of player is he going to be? We don't know.
Terrence McGee.
I'll take a Terrence McGee. I'll take
this is where a lot of people are going to not like me in the Bills Mafia.
What's up?
Because I love players that are in Buffalo, but my whole thing is if you ain't giving us what we need, there is somebody out there that can. Just like
Rasul Douglas. Like a Rasul Douglas that gives you 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery, less fumble goal, got the defensive player of the week.
And he's younger. So, Von Miller, I love you, brother. Technically, you should have been here since the draft. But the Broncos came up and took you from us because we were going to draft him.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I love you, Vaughn. But right now, I understand he's hurt. This is the second time. He's looking – if you watch the interview where he's talking to his dad and his dad says, go to Buffalo. He said, really? He said, this is your last payday.
Yeah. And everybody talking about, oh, let's trade him, get rid of him, do this. There's nothing we can do with Von Miller. There's literally nothing. He's not going to go nowhere. He's too old. This is his last stop. All we can do is renegotiate his contract. That's all we can do.
I don't know if this is possible, but I would get I would get rid of him. I would get rid of, and I hate to say this, but I would get rid of Trey White. I would get rid of Davis. There's a lot of dead weight on this team, especially old players that got to go. The fan favorite stuff, we cannot keep doing this. Davis would not make it. Davis, would he make it in Kansas City?
Who knows? He might. He just might.
Hell no. He dropped.
I love it, Joey. I fucking love it.
He dropped 4 balls. He dropped 4 balls. He dropped 4 balls. Andy Reid would be like, get the hell out of here.
I mean, they still got, what's his name over there? He dropping balls. I mean, but the thing is with Gabe Davis, I 100% agree with you on Gabe Davis. Trey White and Von, not so much. Von Miller, I feel like we should just pull him back a little bit, let him get a little bit more healthier so we can get a full Von Miller, even like a 80% Von Miller towards the playoffs if we're going to make it. But we kind of need him now.
But my second thought on Von Miller
go ahead.
was we brought him in too early, first of all. He was not supposed to play till at least Thanksgiving. We brought him in 2 months early. What the hell did we expect? He is not where he needs to be.
And why
there's plays.
Why did we bring him in when our defense was doing just fine without him? You took reps away from Epinesa.
Because he's on a snap count. We're trying to bring him back, but we had so many injuries. They were like, having Vaughn on the field will elevate everybody and give us, more oomph. But he's been beaten a couple plays.
At the time, we were dealing with Daquan Jones was out. Ed Oliver was dealing with something. Groot was dealing with his foot injury. And Floyd had an ankle injury as well. So we had no choice to kind of force Von to go out there, even at his pitch count. But now we got Groot back. Floyd, fucking phenomenal. Like Floyd, best pickup the Bills had by far.
Oh, yes.
Between him and Douglas, those are 2 excellent pickups. You can't say nothing about it. They've showed they earned their money already.
Yeah.
But
Harry, real quick, Harry, what you got to say about Von?
I'm tired of turning on the TV and watching him take 3 steps, put 2 hands on the tackle, and then that's the end of the play. I'm tired of that shit.
Right. Exactly.
Why not? Why not give it to a motherfucker that actually can take the reps, like the Epinestas of the world, Kingsley Jonathan when he was there before he got hurt.
Exactly. A practice squad body that was making plays.
Exactly. Why did you take reps away from valuable players that were playing good already? They were playing top defense, and then gave it to him on a fucking brace. And at the end of the day, he's slow as molasses. I tell you right now, I was done with him from the Bengals play. From that play on, you already knew you shouldn't have been out there. Because you're getting outran already. You not play caliber. And just like Ransom said, bro, if you're not giving me what I want, there's gonna be someone out there that's gonna give me what I want.
The thing is with that
loyalty stuff. I'm done with the loyalty stuff. It doesn't matter. We need to win.
I feel you 100%, Harry. But the thing is, the money he's making, we kind of have to force him on the field. That's why we're playing Von so much. If he wasn't making so much money from us, we really would have even been playing him. We would have had Nessa.
He's not making that. I'm gonna let you know. He's not making that money unless he on the field. The guaranteed money that was put up front to him is what he got up front. The rest of it, it's a big ass contract, but it's a team friendly deal. So
we can get out,
get his shit and retire, and then we don't lose any of that money and we don't gain none of it. It just doesn't exist anymore.
We have get out clauses in the contract.
Yeah.
But it's not till a certain year, so we're kind of on the hook for a certain amount of time because all this dead money is what's killing us. Since Brandon Beane got here, he was supposed to build his team through the draft, like he said, but he don't. Because his picks are hit or miss.
Maybe one pick up each year. And honestly, that's the biggest thing. And I feel like everybody want to come after McDermott. We need to start coming after Brandon Beane. Honestly, everybody wants to say big baller Beane, this and that and third. And I don't want to hate on him too much because he did get Rasul Douglas in here. He's been phenomenal. But when it comes to the draft, we haven't been drafting pretty good. We haven't been drafting good since we've been here. I mean, come on, every year. I mean, look at everybody else in that draft. Plus, we got rid of our second round draft pick in Basham. Come on now. Yeah, we got Bernard. He's been phenomenal, but nobody really besides Bernard. I mean, we get a couple people here and there that steps up, but we don't get nobody that really hits like a Kincaid. We haven't had Kincaid in some time where when you play him, he produces. He gets a start. He takes a starting role from a starter in Dawson Knox. And you alluded to it earlier where Dawson Knox is getting healthier. He's coming back. Honestly, he could have played this game, but they're sitting him, which is smart. At the same time, when Dawson Knox is 100%, we get him back. Does he assume tight end one role? Do we run a 12-man formation again? Me personally, I feel like no. It's split snaps, but Kincaid gets majority. Because personally, me, and I've been saying in every other show, Kincaid what I've seen from Kincaid in these couple of games this year is more than what I've seen from Dawson Knox in his entire career with us. You could debate me, and I'm up for it.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, Kincaid,
you ain't lying.
And God damn it, I fucking love Kincaid. But dude, you don't have to drop your shoulder every fucking time. That, like, I'm telling you, and I hate to compare myself to professional athletes, but I was the same way. Man, I want to run through everybody. I play running back. I want to run through everybody. And I remember vividly this one play where I got an outside handoff, ran up, outside linebacker stepped up, tried to run over, and pretty much took my kneecaps out. And I'm like, damn, man, I need to stop dropping my shoulder so much and maybe get a little more elusive. I could have easily jumped over him. And that big-ass play down the middle, dude, you seen Kincaid. I fucking love it. Great play. He fucking burnt the one dude that was checking him right by him. And then you could tell this dude, Kincaid, wants to run this man over like 10 yards away. He's like, oh, I see you 20 yards away. Drop my shoulder. Kincaid, yo, you need to watch your quarterback, Josh Allen, a couple highlights, dude, and jump over the motherfucker. You had an easy touchdown. You had an easy touchdown, but at the end of the day, I love what this kid is producing on the field. He's fucking balling. The only thing is he needs to be a little bit smarter. I feel like stop trying to drop your shoulder so much, even though that's probably you, and you can't take that player out of you. But talk with Josh. Josh is the same way.
He's trying to do everything. He's trying to do everything he can, and in his mind, that's what he does. But it's the other things that he does, like him going down there and hand checking Gardner and 3 players getting blocked for Shakir to get to the end zone. I mean, he was mic'd up. He was so excited about that play. He was more happier about that than scoring his first touchdown. I like players like him that have that in them. I need more of that in Buffalo. I need them dogs. And I think we got another one in Douglas.
My bad. I mean myself for a second. But no, you're absolutely right, Joey. We need more dogs like that. And they're hungry because everybody from the Packers was like, oh, he's a good player. We hate to leave him to let him go. But picking him up definitely helped us a lot. And especially the injuries we're facing now with Tyler Rapp and now Cam Lewis and who else? Cam Lewis and who else was it? Teron Johnson. So we're being hit heavy on our
and Rapp.
Yeah, on our cornerback on the secondary. So what is going to be the game plan for McDermott coming up? Are we just going to send the house and hopefully we can get to him? Or are we going to just straight blanket the backfield or blanket back behind us and give them everything 5-10 yards ahead of us?
One of our corners is out. He's hurt. He won't be back. The other 2 are in concussion protocol.
Right.
But
and
Rapp,
Hyde as well. Micah Hyde is dealing with this. And I was talking about this thigh doctor from another show. He was also talking about Micah Hyde and his injury where he had neck surgery last year. Yeah. And they said a reoccurring injury with that type of surgery is that you're going to have neck spasms and these little I forgot exactly what he called it. I need to post that video. But he said this is going to happen where you constantly get neck injuries throughout the rest of your life, honestly. And they said, like, by the time Poyer's going to turn 40, 50, his neck going to be too stiff where he ain't going to be able to turn. And now, with him having more neck injuries listed, he may be out indefinitely. Like, we don't know.
When you got an injury like he had and you come back and a couple games in, you hit somebody and it goes right back, or you get a stinger that brings you right back to that point, you start thinking about life after football.
Yeah.
Okay, because once you get out of the NFL, they don't pay for your medical. They don't do any of that stuff. And I don't know what they pay for now, but the Players Association is trying to fight for a whole lot more because they don't do nothing for you. Like Darryl Talley, he was broke. The fans came together and raised a bunch of money because he's got a mental problem from getting hit too many times, and it takes all of his money to go to these doctors, and he's broke. They don't. Once you're done, dude, it's it. That's it. We've got what we needed out of you. You're done. And that's the part of the NFL. It's the ugly part. But the good side of the NFL is you got to work these teams for as much money as you can. That's why you see all these players holding out, because they're only paying $2.5 million a year to a running back. That's what they pay a kicker. And I'm taking all this head injury and all this abuse on my body that a kicker don't take, but the league, the way it's going, this is what it is. Because it's a pass league, not a run no more.
Right. Now, let's get back. I want to get back to Gabe Davis, because in the last game, Gabe Davis didn't even get a target. And I know everybody, I'm one of them. I'm ready to part ways with him. He's not producing what a receiver 2 should be producing. And if you get a target, what does that tell you? Like, is the coordinator, because we switched from, you fired Dorsey, now we got Joe Brady, which shout out to Joe Brady, but to have a new coordinator and still get the same production, which is nothing from Gabe Davis, what is that telling you? Because honestly, personally, me, if I'm Joe Brady watching Ken Dorsey run this offense, and I'm like, God, man, Gabe Davis is still a great player. He's big, he's tall, man, he could get downfield. Why isn't Dorsey using him? Why isn't he getting the ball? You know what? When I step up, I want to incorporate him. Now, Joe Brady, this was your time to shine, and Gabe Davis was nowhere to be found to even get a target, even get a look. What does that tell you? Because obviously that's not the game plan. Is he just not able to run routes good enough to get open? Like
he was in the game 90.5% of the snaps.
See, come on now.
And the problem is he's a big, long receiver, and we took him because Brandon Beane loves DK Metcalf. He has been looking for the next DK Metcalf since DK Metcalf got drafted because he wanted him bad.
Yeah, man, we could have got him, but who the fuck we said?
I don't remember, but Gabe Davis, I don't know what the problem is, okay? Maybe it's he's a good player. When we needed him in that playoff, he shined, and now everybody's expecting the next Jerry Rice or something out of this kid.
Yeah, no.
But his ceiling is not much higher than he's got now, because if he keeps dropping balls and he's already into a new contract, which means he's in 5 years on a rookie deal, you haven't learned this yet, then this is always going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I don't like to give up on players like that, but if you cannot catch the ball, I need someone who can, and Shakir can catch the ball. He spent all offseason with Eric Moulds.
Oh, yeah.
And he is showing up. It's just like Dawson Knox and Kincaid. We gave Kincaid a spot because of an injury. Now, we put a big bag to the tight end before we took Kincaid in the draft. Now, all of a sudden, Kincaid can catch. Kincaid can block. Now, there's something to worry about for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Dawson Knox, he disappears.
Yeah, he does.
He just disappears. And
the reason why he's on so many snaps, what you said, like over a 90% snap where he's on, is because he's a phenomenal blocker. Which I give it to him. Gabe Davis is a phenomenal blocker. He makes up for Stephon Diggs, who just fucking stands there. When it's a run play, pay attention to number 14. He fucking just stands there, and it pisses me off. But whatever, it's okay. Receiver, whatever. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Right.
But that's not what you are. You're not a tight end, Gabe. You're receiver too. We're not paying you to block. We're playing you to get open and catch the ball. That's what.
That's what Sean McDermott and the new OC said. Is I know he's not producing, but he does a lot more for us than you think he does for us. Blocking and in schemes. The problem is that's all good. And everybody loves you, but you got to catch the ball, bro. You're a receiver. That's your job.
Right.
It's like, that's your job, bro. That's what we pay you for.
Exactly. Speak, Joey.
It's like you're telling me if Stephon Diggs is dropping balls, which he drops some balls here and there, but if he's dropping every ball, he's not getting a $97 million extension, bro.
I'm telling you. And the thing is, you know what's sad? Because I feel like we're going to be left with Gabe Davis next year. Because I feel like we're going to let him test the market. Nobody's going to pick him up. We're going to grab him back for a cheap-ass price, and we're going to be stuck with him.
Brandon Beane
another receiver too, because the reason why Gabe Davis ate the way he did and why he had that 200-yard game and 4 touchdowns, because he was receiver 3 and 4. Nobody knew this kid, and he took advantage of their 3rd and 4th string cornerbacks, because everybody was looking at Emmanuel Sanders and Nicole Beasley. That's why, and John Brown. Nobody knew who the fuck he was.
I thought we had a great offense when we had Beasley and we had John Brown and we had all them players, because John Brown, everybody can talk all they want about John Brown. John Brown shows up when we need him.
He was a burner. Okay. They called him smoke for a reason.
He got hurt here and there. I understand that. But, we need a receiver like him that can go out there and do what we need to, and Gabe Davis can sit back. And maybe he could get into that wide receiver too. But all this pressure, he has to be wide receiver too. He has to be wide receiver too. All you're doing is setting him up for failure. Because it's like Kobe and LeBron James against Michael Jordan. Okay, we can sit here all day and debate. We're not theoretical physicists. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about it all day. No one has an answer.
Yeah.
But you have to produce, man. That's what it's all about, is producing. Like, Stephon Diggs was just talking about. I just gave Dawson Knox his first handshake because he's a rookie, and he said I might even take that back. It depends on how he plays in the next couple games.
Right.
He's still not confident in him. He wants to see what he can do, and he said, "I don't care. You could be the best dude in the world. I need you to be on the field and producing."
Right.
You can be a fan favorite and all that. Like number 44, who's been here forever. Thank God he knows special teams, or he would not be here. But there's a lot of fan favorites and old players. But the problem is if we let all them players go, we got a whole lot of holes to fill.
And that's what's going to happen next year because we got a lot of contracts coming up. Yeah. We got a lot of old players on this team, man. We do. With our safety tandem and Poyer and Hyde, I believe Hyde is up next year or Poyer's up. One of them is with us for another year, and the other one is up.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if one of them is going to be able to play another year, or do we have to find another safety, or is DeMar Hamlin ready to take over, or is Cam Lewis or whoever? We also got our D-line. We also got our D-line. We got a lot of problems coming up next year. So we got to do what we got to do this year. But
that's another thing I need to know about.
Yeah.
Like, why are we not playing DeMar Hamlin when we can? Why is he always sitting on the sideline in regular clothes? Is it that he can't play because he still has some kind of problem?
We got better players. And I don't want to disrespect DeMar because
then let him go.
Him dying on the field, this has nothing to do with it. The thing is, and honestly, maybe if that never happened, who knows if he'll be on the Bills? Let's be honest.
Right.
But I don't want to disrespect him too much because he held it down when Micah Hyde was out. DeMar Hamlin was a straight dog. Nobody, I don't know anybody that brought up a question, I miss Micah Hyde. And well, obviously we all miss Micah Hyde, but nobody said was pressing like, damn, we need Micah Hyde back. Because DeMar held that shit down.
And nobody expected him to be in that position. Yeah. So I think he did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
And if we're not going to play him because we got better players, and let him go so he can actually go somewhere and play.
Right.
Because he loves football. He came back to football for a reason.
That's the Bills. We hang on to players too long, even if we're not even going to use them. We hang on to players for no reason. That's good enough.
We paid his,
a little more.
We paid his contract in full. Yeah. But the point is if he can play somewhere else and start, and his whole dream is to play NFL football, and he came back from dying on the field to do it, where does his, what does he want to do?
I feel you, Joey, but let's reel it back real quick because we only got like 15 minutes left. I definitely want to dive into this Eagles game. Biggest game of the season. Buffalo Bills against the Philadelphia Eagles, the 9-1 Eagles. These boys are on fire. Fucking Super Bowl, however you want to call it. They came from Super Bowl last year. I don't know. How are you feeling about this matchup? Because me personally, I'm not scared. I'm really not scared.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm concerned because what Bills team is going to step up to this game?
That's my whole thing, because they're not the same Eagles. They're good. Don't get me wrong, they're good, but they're not the same Eagles. They are beatable. They have deficiencies, but you have to attack them deficiencies because we have to continue to run the ball.
Yeah,
I can't stress this enough. What we did last week, when NFL teams and announcers say, for the first time in a long time, I can say Buffalo has a dangerous running game, that's something.
Yeah, and we got multiple. We got another one in Ty Johnson. Who would have known? And I love we're incorporating the they've been saying this for the past 2 years where, we need a running back that can catch out the backfield. But you got one and you haven't been using James Cook as such.
I'll tell you what.
You want to dump it off to him and he rips it up the sideline. Come on, guys.
Just off a side note, Devin Singletary is having 150-yard games behind a decent offensive line. Who knows what Motor could have done with the line we got right now?
Zach Moss as well. Zach Moss is
Yeah,
having
right. Because we don't give enough of that run game. We have to commit to this run. The run sets up the play action pass and allows all this other stuff to open up. Now we got a dangerous run game. If we had that with the 13 seconds, we wouldn't even talk about the 13 seconds. We would have won that game because we would have ran the ball and grinded. We have that now. But our offense was dying and our defense is injured. If we had the defense we started the season with, hands down, 100% victory against the Eagles.
Oh, yeah. Even if we just have Milano. God, right. I miss Milano. I fucking miss Milano, man. And they just said it today to shut Milano down. I had hope. He would come back to the end of the season, but apparently they said they're shutting down Matt Milano. But
Daquan Jones, yes.
Yeah, Daquan Jones might come back. They're talking about probably after the bye, he'll come back.
Yeah.
So that's huge. That's huge for us. So we'll see the product he's going to produce, but I mean, beginning of the season, Daquan Jones was a fucking monster. He definitely
before he went out with injury, he was at 90.2% percentage to reach the quarterback before the ball left. It was the highest in the league. Highest in the league. I don't care what you say. That's like taking a Pro Bowler off your team, and that would be 3 Pro Bowlers we lost: Trey, Milano, and Jones.
Right, exactly.
Well, you cannot replace a Milano. I don't care. You can search low, high. You can go to China. You can go anywhere you want. You are not replacing Milano.
Now, Milano's a fucking dog. That's one of my favorite players. But I mean, Terrell Bernard been holding it down for his first year starting, second year player. Bernard holding it down. Shout out to Bernard. Even Dorian Williams, our rookie. Shout out to Dorian Williams as well. Even Terrell Johnson.
He's got a new part in the defense. They were talking about it in an article today. He comes in on certain plays because he lays the lumber and he can move side to side quick.
Now look,
so they move him.
I got a stat for you, Joey, real quick. PFF grade rating between Terrell Bernard and Fred Warner, the best linebacker in the league for years, right? So out of Terrell Bernard's 11 games, got 99 tackles, 6 tackle for losses, 4 sacks, 2 picks, 4 pass deflects, and 3 fumble recoveries. I mean, Fred Warner just up there with a 9 less tackles, 1 less tackle for loss, 2 less sacks. He has 1 more interception and 4 more pass deflects, but no fumble recoveries. But he also has 3 forced fumbles. I mean, balance it out. I mean, Terrell Bernard, his second year is matching stats, if not exceeding. How long he been in the league? Fred Warner, 10 years maybe. Not even 10 years, but 5 years plus. Definitely 5 years plus. Come on. If
Terrell Bernard was a rookie and he plays like this all season, he would get Rookie of the Year just like Kiki Alonso did behind Sean McDermott in Carolina. And that's what he was looking for. And he couldn't find it in the draft. I really think we were going to take that kid that went to Detroit, the number 1 linebacker that they were rating number 1. I forgot his name. He's a big linebacker.
D-line, so I don't know who you're talking about.
He's not a cover linebacker. He's a stay-at-home linebacker and get through the line.
Yeah.
So the league is changing. This is a passing league, so you need someone like Bernard. The problem is sometimes he's too small, but sometimes he's just right.
Right. Well,
because the bigger man.
Let's wrap this up. We had our 10-minute mark. Let's cap off this Eagles game. Let me get a scoreboard for this Eagles game.
31-27 Buffalo.
I like it.
But it's not going to be it's not going to be as close as everybody thinks. It's just going to seem like that at the end.
Okay.
Buffalo is going to have an offensive explosion. Maybe 3 more points than I said, maybe a couple more, but somewhere in that range. But I really think somehow, and I'm sticking up for Sean McDermott right now when everybody's kicking him in his teeth, Sean McDermott finds ways even with no good players.
Yeah, he does. He
on
sure does.
defense. And I think he comes up with a plan to stifle the offense. We just got to watch out for Brown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I said I feel like we should have a defense where we kind of just like give them the first 10 yards. Definition of bend, don't break.
Right.
Keep them. You can have everything within the 20s, but once you get to that red zone, we shutting shit down. That's where we get our turnovers or interceptions or fumbles, or you'll be lucky if you get 3 points. That's the type of defense I need. And I know it's going to be tough because we're riddled with injuries, especially with this last game. We lost like 3 cornerbacks. So I know it's going to be tough. But, I mean, I definitely believe in Sean McDermott and his defense. So we're definitely going to get it. We're definitely going to get it going. Von Miller needs to step up. That's the biggest thing that comes down to this defense. Von Miller, you're the veteran. You're the OG. Come on, man. Let's fucking dust the cobwebs off. Let's get this shit started, Von. Like, we brought you here for like, let's get it.
My hot and spicy.
Oh,
Von Miller gets his Von Miller gets his first sack and the defense shuts the run game down.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
It leaves them beating us through the air.
Right. Josh Allen's stat line.
Ooh, shoot.
What was he looking?
Josh Allen likes games like this. Oh, Lord. Gosh.
I'm going to let you sit on that real quick because honestly, just because Josh Allen's going to be in the huddle or on the side, like, I think I'm fucking back. You better be fucking back because we need you to be back. We need big Josh fucking Allen. We need you to run all over this fucking field. We need you to throw that ball up for fucking touchdowns. And I expect you to jump over somebody and run somebody over. So this is going to be a shootout, dog. I really feel like this is going to be a shootout. I got 41-35 Bills. 41-35.
I think Josh Allen will have 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. One of them could be a run-in, but he's going to have yards on the ground to keep the offense moving down the field.
I like it.
I think
I feel the same way.
I think for some reason, because Gabe Davis got no targets last week, he shows up and everybody says, this is what we've been looking for. And he needs it.
I would hope so. Offensive, hot and spicy. Give me a great play. What's gonna be the highlight play?
Our offensive line will open up the running lanes for our backs, just like they did last week.
Sweet.
And Joe Brady, it better not have been a flash in the pan, brother. You better keep that force set going because it opens up the field and spreads everything out, and that's what we need to do.
Yes, sir. Let's fucking get it.
Yeah, but great job kicking the door in.
I got, what I say, 41-35. I got Josh Allen with I think 300 yards, 350 maybe. 3 touchdowns. He's going to run one in. But I feel like this is going to be a real big game. We're going to control the clock with our running game. And I'm not going to say not one going to dominate because I know James Cook is going to get his. Murray's going to get his. And Ty Johnson, hopefully we can incorporate him too. Which, talking about running backs, what's up with Leonard Fournette? Because honestly, I feel like we signed him to get that run zone yards, but with the emergence of Ty Johnson, we really don't need it. So, do you think Fournette going to suit up or not?
I'm not bringing him up. Homeboy did a great job. You saw that run down the sideline when he was tight roping it, and he was in there. And he felt Bill's Mafia for the first time. Feeling him on his back. Yes, you know what's going to happen? That man's going to have some good plays this week too. Because you know what? We have running backs that we let go, like Blackshear. There could have been something in this in this whole thing, just like we did Motor. And this boy is sitting behind all these grown men, and he's looking for an opportunity, and he's hungry. He's hungry.
Let's fucking get it. So I got with you, nice, hot, spicy, man. You might have to drink some water after this. But obviously, another great game by Kincaid. But Stephon Diggs, where you been at, dog? Like, you haven't been incorporated yet. Let's get the big dog back in this shit. But honestly, I'm expecting a huge game by Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
Gabe Davis. I'm expecting. Not necessarily as a high spicy, but I'm expecting to at least get 50 yards and a touchdown. Can we get Gabe Davis 50 yards and a touchdown at least? Come on now. At least a seam right up the middle. Everybody trying to blanket Diggs and Kincaid because they seen what they've been about, and they forget poor little Gabe Davis running up the field and he get the ball. So let's fucking get it. Throw high spicy. Josh Allen. That fucking Josh Allen flex is gonna come back. I'm telling you. Josh Allen gonna jump over somebody. He's gonna make a fantastic play to fucking win us this game. So let's fucking get
it. Caliente.
Let's fucking get it.
That's the spicy.
Josh Allen stat line, man. I got like what 354 on 3 touchdowns. It's gonna be a phenomenal game for our running backs. Shoot, Russo Douglas might take one. Von Miller might wake up off his fucking grandpa nap and actually might get a sack. Let's fucking get it. Nonetheless, this is a big, huge game for our Buffalo Bills. Let's fucking act like we're the Buffalo Bills, not the Buffalo Jills. Like we've been acting like this entire season damn near. Let's act like we big Bills. And let's put up big points. And let's get big dubs. Real quick, we got my man Harry joining back. Let's get your final thoughts. What we doing in this Eagles game, dog?
All right. So for the Eagles game, I feel like it's a possession game. If we could possess the ball for about 8 to 10 minutes, it's a lot to ask for. Then we could probably make it interesting. I still feel like they're a little more.
I need some energy. Say it with your chest.
No, it's gonna be a 3-point game. But I'm still rocking with the Bills. 2017 Bills.
I got 41-35, bro. I feel like we're going to be shootout. It's going to be a shootout.
31-27.
Okay.
The Bills fell 30 points. They got to get back to it because y'all remember last year.
They've been talking all week. Buffalo has to score 40 points, and that comes out of Buffalo's locker room. Trust me, bro. They're in the lab. They're in the lab like Eminem and Dr. Dre. They about to put out the aftermath, and we about to get on the road. When we beat the Eagles, one of the best teams in the league, it's going to come on note, and people are going to say the Bills are not done because we need one win to be back in contention.
It was good, Earl. He said he want to see Lenny do something this week. Man, we were just talking about it. The way James Cook been performing, Murray has been consistent, and then now with a little emergence of Ty Johnson getting to show his speed, we don't think Lenny is going to be able to be dressed. So look, I got like about 40 seconds left. Let's everybody get a fucking go Bills in this shit. Big dubs.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
I love you, Josh.
Embrace it.